Hey everybody, welcome back. I am bored. COVID made me bored, and today, again, I'm back at the table with Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance, the board game, moving on to Mission 3 Liberation. In my last video, I completed Mission 2, which was a diversion, and the Guardian and John Connor and his team were taking a detour, moving through to meet up with their extraction truck, which we successfully completed, got in the truck, and successfully got ourselves out of there. So I was really happy about that mission completion. I apologize, I think in my last video for Mission 2, my microphone cut out on me, and I didn't know, and I think there was an audio problem that I had. So hopefully I won't have it this time, and hopefully the gameplay this round goes nice and clear for you guys. So I've got Mission 3 set up. This is Liberation. I've got the map set up. You'll see, once again, it takes up a lot of real estate, so I've tried to maximize my space here. I do have, from the last mission, I did manage to gain one weapon for John Connor, so you'll see that he still has his class of marksman. He has his plasma assault rifle, his plasma shotgun, and he's decided to equip himself with the plasma canister. For the Guardian, he has his standard weapons, but he did pick up his EMP grenade, and he will be keeping his high explosive rounds. Now, I wasn't too happy about his plasma shotgun because he only allows him one attack, but I think I'm going to do a little do-si-do with them at the beginning of my turn to help even that out. And the Guardian also has his class of bodyguard. Now, from the completion of the last mission, I was able to gain an additional rank. So each character now has 2 rank tokens for re-rolling any bad rolls that I get. And you'll see that in this mission, I've got the board set up. There's multiple areas where there are closed doors in various sectors, and I'll be reading the mission very soon to explain how that works. I've got the starting zone over here with John and the Guardian, and you'll see that I do have 2 revealed waypoint tokens, A and F, which I'll be explaining as the mission starts, as well as several computer terminals, which I will also explain as well. And we've got our enemy resistance spawn points starting on this side. 4, 5, or a 6 will result in a spawn on that end. So I've got my pool of enemies on this side. This time it's a little bit different. I do have a new enemy, which is the T-72 platform with a plasma cannon, defense of 3, movement of 4, attack dice of 2, and a range of 12, which is a huge range. And it does have a special ability on deploy. If this enemy can attack without moving, it makes 2 attacks instead of its just single attack. So once it gets within range, and at 12 ranges, that's pretty brutal. So there are a couple interesting components to this in terms of the layout to this game, and I will be going through the mission. So this is Mission 3, Liberation, and it says here, have the player who is playing John Connor read the introduction. We fell into our seats in the back of the battered 6x6 truck as it sped away from the hell maze of tunnels and machines. I took a long drink of water, the tepid liquid washing away the taste of burned metal and flesh clogging my mouth. I handed Kyle my water skin, made sure he drank up. I'd never let my people do anything less than what I had. We'd all share the hardships of war against the machines equally, and soon I hoped we would all share the ultimate reward that the decades of fighting and slaughter had brought us. If the Colorado team and we could pull off our respective missions, that reward would finally become reality. My radio crackled with an incoming transmission, and I raised it to my ear. A scout had reported locating a small processing camp near our position. I knew these places. I knew them well. The machines took captured humans there and processed them for work reassignment. The majority that entered never came back out. I banged on the window to the front compartment. When the driver slid it open, I said, "Head to these coordinates," and gave him the directions to the camp. "We are finally heading to this mystery base of yours?" Alex shouted over the rumbling engine. "Not yet," I replied. "Gotta pick up some friends first." An hour later, the 4 of us lay on our stomachs behind a sand dune that hid us from the machines patrolling the perimeter of the base a quarter click away. The scout's report was accurate. It was a processing compound. A line of humans marched slowly forward while gleaming endos armed with plasma rifles stood guard over them. Diverting from our primary mission is tactically dangerous. Oh, wait, let me try that again. Diverting from our primary mission is tactically dangerous, the Guardian said. This is not a mission priority. Yeah, well, they're a priority to me, I replied, while scanning the fence with my binocs. For a brief moment, I flashed back to a much younger me, having a similar conversation with a similar T-800. Back then, the mission had been for one person, but it had impressed on me the importance of saving as many lives as possible. And here, now, every single person who was still breathing was vitally important to the Resistance. What do you think, John? Kyle asked. We're gonna stage a good old prison breakout. That's what I think, I replied. And here's what we're gonna do. So for this mission setup, we have 3 objectives. The first objective is to open all the cells, which will be the 4 waypoints, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And whoever's in there, they will be our allies or hopefully rescued prisoners, and we need to get them to Waypoint Foxtrot, which is on this side, for extraction. And the third is all characters must be in the Waypoint Foxtrot zone, and if we win, we get to keep our weapons and gain a new class card. So here we've got 1 and 2. So open all cells and all allies must escape by getting to Waypoint Foxtrot, and that can be done in any order. We've got our enemy pool set up, and we've got the prison doors, which are 4 prison doors, actually 5 prison doors in this side. They can't be opened, they're not regular blast doors. You must interact with the terminal. So this terminal down here, if you can see it, this will open this, and these doors. And this terminal over here will open the remaining 2 prison doors. So obviously we're gonna have to funnel to point A first. For our allies, and we also have to roll a 6 and assign it to our interact so that the doors open. And for our allies, as we open the prison doors, we will encounter allies. And each time a waypoint instructs you to add an ally to the map, place its matching reference card beside the play area, and I'll show you those as we play. And allies that reach the Foxtrot waypoint is assumed to have escaped the prison and removed from the map. And those allies cannot return later in the mission. Characters do not escape, though they must all occupy the same area as Waypoint Foxtrot after the allies escape to complete the mission. So John and the Terminator do not escape. They just have to occupy Foxtrot and wait till the mission is complete. Caught in the crossfire, prisoners and resistance soldiers are treated as characters by machines. If they are nearest the target, they will be fired upon. If a prisoner suffers a wound, they are down. If a resistance soldier suffers a second wound, they are down, and we are able to rescue or help up downed allies, just like regular characters. Enemy reinforcements, it's 2 dice, nothing changes there. And I think we'll be able to start the mission. Okay, so we've got Guardian and John, and I think I'll have John go first, since he does have his special ability for sharing his dice when he needs to. And once again, I do have limited space on my table, so I will be recording off camera or on another camera my dice rolls, so hopefully I'll have that overlay. So first thing I do is roll for John, and I get a pretty good roll here. All right, so the first thing I want to do is, because John and the Terminator are adjacent, I am going to assign this dice of 3 and use interact, and one of the options for interact is to trade cards with an adjacent character. So I'm going to trade my assault rifle. Actually, no, I'm going to trade my plasma shotgun. So I'm going to give the Guardian my plasma shotgun in exchange for his plasma shotgun, because his plasma shotgun is really weak, and until I get a better weapon for the Guardian. So it's just because I have that extra attack, it would just help me out better. So I'm going to give John that weapon instead, and the Guardian will take the upgraded plasma shotgun. So that's what I'm going to do there. And the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to move. So we're trying to aim for the Waypoint Alpha, but I wouldn't mind getting maybe some extra. No, actually we'll do that on the way back. Okay, so we're going to assign a dice roll of 6 for a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll move another 6. That's a pretty far move. And it would trigger alpha right away, so maybe what I'll do is I'll hold on to this. I'll put the 6 in his special. I have a 5 left over, which I think what I'll do is I will just move into this cover. So I'm going to move into here. And that ends John's turn. So now we're going to roll for resistance. And we get a 6 and a 3. And our entry points are 4, 5, and 6. So out of John's pool, we will pull out a T800. And we will activate him. He will move 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, he won't move in that. He's within range. And he's going to shoot John with 3. And he gets 1 hit. And I think I will use John's special ability, which is once per round, a character in your zone ignores 1 wound. So he's going to ignore the single wound and not take a hit. And that ends his turn. And we're going to go with the Guardian's roll. And that's pretty good. So the Guardian's going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm in the same zone as John, so I can now take John's extra dice. And the Guardian will go ahead and he will move maybe 2 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will put him in range. But I'd like to move him a little bit further. Maybe up here. Yeah, let's move him up there. So we're going to move him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We will assign this roll for his weapon to attack with 4, targeting that T800. And it's enough to kill him, because he would move in 1, but he gets destroyed before he even has a chance to move. And then this 6 I'm going to use to interact to pull this supply crate. I'll draw 2. And I get a weapon search, which is great. Immediately discard this card and draw from the weapon deck until you find a level 2 or 3 weapon. Take it, and then reshuffle. So that's great. So I'm going to draw a weapon card. 1, until I find a level 2. So this is a level 2. Oh, and this is a plasma shotgun, a level 2 plasma shotgun, which is the one I just traded with John. So that's okay. We're going to hold on to that. And we also get the EMP round, which... let's see. The supply crate, sorry. Okay, so they're not in the same zone, so I can't give John this, and I don't really care for this one, but I get to keep the shotgun. Okay. Actually, this one is slightly better. This is a level 2. No, it has, if you assign a 4, 5, 6, you ignore 2 results. So I'm going to exchange that right now. I'm going to exchange that. And then that's it. So my last dice, I am not going to do anything with it. So that's off to the side. Okay, so now we're rolling for reinforcements. And we get a 2 and a 3. There is no 2 and 3 entrance, so we lucked out on that. So we're going to recover. That ends the round. We are going to begin a new round. And I think we'll start with John again. And we're going to have to make our way to Waypoint Alpha. Let's do it. Oh, sorry. Let me move these out of the way. Okay, so we will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll assign 5. So we're going to assign a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have entered Waypoint A. My knowledge of these kinds of facilities gave us a leg up. One thing I knew about the machines was when they found a system they liked, they didn't change it much. I was able to lead our squad through the compound like I'd been here yesterday. Using the Guardian as our driver, we scrapped the sentries at the perimeter gate, then drove straight for the holding cell area. Alex cracked the main sector, and we opened it to reveal a double row of cells, each holding several thin, hungry, and scared prisoners, all of whom looked at us with expressions ranging from fear to hope to anger. We found the main door controls and began popping every cell door open. Waving them all out, I made the same offer I gave everyone we freed from the machines. Come with me if you want to live. When the terminal beside Waypoint Alpha is activated, remove the doors labeled 1 and add enemy entrance Bravo at location 3, which would be right up here. So once we interact with this terminal by assigning a interact value of 6, which we don't have right now, we will remove the doors and add, which one's Bravo? Bravo is number 2, so I'll get that ready. And that's it. And we will be, once we interact, we will be moving these 3 doors. So we'll open those and we'll see what happens. Okay, so what we'll do is, because I can't interact with a 6, I do have a 4, which I can actually open this supply crate or interact with the supply crate. So I'm going to draw 2 equipment cards. I get an HE grenade and a med kit. Place your grenade token within range equal to this die's value, then roll this die and add 1 to the result. It takes 2 wounds, so I will take the HE grenade, but I don't need the med kit. All right, and I have two last values. I will put my 3 value into the special to share with the Guardian when it's ready or when it's necessary, and this last one I really can't use for anything. I could move 1, but that doesn't really do me any good. So, okay, so that's it. So now we're going to roll for reinforcements. And I get a 6 and a 1, which means we're going to have one right here. And he's going to activate. He's going to move 1. He has line of sight of the Guardian. No problem there. And he's going to attack with 3. Okay, so the Guardian rolled his special, which ignores 1 of the terminal symbol, so he takes no hits, which is great. And that ends John's turn. So now the Guardian's going to roll. Okay. So the first thing we'll do is, since we have line of sight of this Terminator, we're just going to go ahead and attack him. We're going to attack him with 4, and we get to ignore 2 terminal results. Oh, doesn't matter. It's more than enough. And he is dead. And then I will... Well, I don't have a value of 6, so it's not going to help. We're going to be stuck there for a bit. So I will move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will move... I'll move 4 more to be in this zone. 1, 2... No, actually, you know what? I'll move into here. I'll move into cover. And there's nothing that I need from John, so that will end the Guardian's turn. So we're going to roll for reinforcements. It's 5 and a 6. Okay, so we got 5 and 6 right here. And depending how you look at it, I don't know if this guy has line of sight. He technically does with John, because from one corner of his hex to one corner of John's hex, it's there. So technically he would make 2 attacks. This drone would definitely... So keep in mind the obstruction here does not block line of sight. It only provides cover. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both of those endos have line of sight of John, so they will just make their attack. So we'll start with this T-800. He's going to do his attack with 3. Okay, so we get that one, and I think we will use John's special ability to ignore 1 wound. So now the T-72 is going to do 2 attacks. It misses the first one, and its second attack. Okay, it gets 1. John rolls a special, but it has nothing to do with defense. It only helps when he's attacking, so he is going to take 1 wound. And there we go. And that ends the round. We collect our dice. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go with John again. Let's start with John. Oh, still didn't roll a 6. Okay. We got a couple options here. Let's go ahead and let's use the 4 to do a range attack on the T-72. And I'm rolling 3. Actually, you know what? No, I'll change that. I'm going to use that for 4. Range 4, no, range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 3 on the T-72. And that is more than enough because it has a defense of 3. So that's enough to kill it. And John's next option will be to shoot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shoot the T-800. Okay, so it's going to move in 1 closer, and nothing happens, and that leaves John susceptible, but that's okay. We're going to move him over. No, actually, we're going to leave that. We're going to rest and heal him 1 wound. And we will leave this dice here for the Guardian if he needs it. And that ends John's turn. We're going to roll for reinforcements. We get a 2 and a 1. There is no 2. There is no 1. So we're lucky on that one. And the Guardian's going to roll. And we're still missing a 6. We're having a little bit of trouble opening these prison doors. Not good. Okay, so the Guardian one has line of sight of this endo for sure, and he'll go ahead and shoot. He's going to take John's dice or no? I don't think we really need to. So we're just going to go ahead and shoot. I'm going to shoot. Okay, and that's more than enough to kill it. That's it. We're just going to be waiting here until we can do something. That's not good. Okay, we'll have well, you know what? We're going to have the Guardian move. 1, 2, 3. We're going to have him move here because we want him to protect John. And the remaining dice he's not going to use. Okay, so now we're going to roll for reinforcements. It's a 3 and a 4, so there is a 4. And that means he gets the drone. And the drone will move 1, 2, 3, 4 to be within 2 range. It's going to shoot 2 at the Guardian. And it gets 1. So the Guardian does take 1, but hold on. John has a special once per round. He can actually, a character in your zone, and the Guardian is in the zone, can ignore the 1 wound. Perfect. Okay, so that ends this round. Okay. We're going to start with John again. Let's hope we roll a 6. We just need to open that door. Oh, no. Okay, this is not going too well. Okay, so John's going to go ahead and he's going to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4. It's within 4, so he'll shoot that drone for 4, and it dodges 1. John's special ability, when attacking, he ignores 1 Terminator, so that's good, so that's enough. And because of his marksman, when he is attacking, he can actually re-roll this one. And he also gets an extra wound. So we actually do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 wounds. So that's more than enough on this drone to take him out. And John will leave his dice here for the Guardian, and he'll move 1 over on this side, and this other dice we're not going to use. Okay, so that's John's turn. We're going to roll for reinforcements. We get a 3 and a 2. No one spawns. Guardian's turn. Oh gosh, I hope we get the a 6 here. Let me roll a little longer. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we do have a 6, which is great. So we're going to move 4. Actually, no. We're going to take John's dice. We're going to move 2. 1, 2. We are going to interact with the 6. Once we interact, these doors all open. And we place Bravo here. So now we have an extra entry point, which on a roll of 2 for the reinforcement, they'll spawn. And we haven't entered this zone yet, so this has not triggered, and we're not in this zone here, so this hasn't triggered, but now we can. So we'll start on this side. The Guardian's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll trigger it. Actually, we'll just start here. And it is Waypoint Bravo. The former prisoners were more than eager to get out of here. Kyle and Alex formed checkpoints to keep them moving in the right direction, while the Guardian and I stood guard. "It's you. It's really you," a hoarse voice said. I turned to see a skinny girl, somewhere in her teens, holding a rare piece of equipment out to me. "Here. I hid it from the machines. Was gonna use it before you saved us. Use it. Use it to destroy them." I took the device and nodded gratefully. "I will, thank you. Now follow the others. We'll take you to freedom. Draw equipment until you find a level 2 equipment card. Keep it and shuffle the other cards back in the deck. Then replace this waypoint token with a prisoner. And then each player will immediately roll 1 die for reinforcements and place those enemies at their entrances. They will activate in the normal sequence when their color comes up." Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw equipment until we reach a level 2 equipment. This is a level 1, a level 1, a level 1, and a level 2. So level 2 is body armor. Ooh, we definitely want body armor, but we're going to keep it. And are we going to equip it? I think we will. I think we will equip it. So we're going to take out his plasma shotgun and we're going to equip his body armor. And the body armor is, it has 2 slots. You can carry only 1 armor card. When you take a wound, place it on the armor slots of this card. If there are no more empty slots, you discard this card and those wounds. So it just gives me a little bit of a buffer, which will be great. We're going to shuffle these back into the deck. And then we are replacing this waypoint with a prisoner. So we'll replace this waypoint token with, we'll go with a yellow. With this, so here's your prisoner. Resistance prisoner or resistance soldier, depends. There's a card that goes with it. And that one, you get a yellow card, which is a resistance soldier on one side and a rescued prisoner on the other. So we will be doing a prisoner. And you'll see that you can actually assign a dice value to them. If you assign a 4, 5, or 6, they're allowed to perform 2 actions and command this ally to perform 1 action from the list below, and all they can do is move. While as if they were a resistance soldier, they do actually have move points. They can attack, and they actually can take at least 1 wound. So we're going to put this rescue prisoner up here, and each player now rolls 1 dice for reinforcements, and we'll see where they end up. So we're going to roll 1 dice for reinforcement. Oh, we rolled a 1. That's great. That's the first roll. That'll be John's roll, and the Guardian will roll a 5. So the Guardian is going to pull up a drone here. And on the Guardian's turn, which it will be now, which it is, it will activate. So he's going to have an extra 1. Okay, so the Guardian still has 2 dice left that he can use, in which case he will move. No, I can't move anymore. I've run out of move spots. 1, 2, 3. We'll try to keep the drone behind. So we're going to assign this to the rescued prisoner. And because I assign a value of 5, I can do 2 actions, which is just 2 moves, and they can move up to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I will move the the rescued prisoner into cover. So at least they are slightly protected. Now, if they take a hit, they go down, but you can rescue them. This last dice, I really can't do anything. I don't have line of sight of that drone, so I can't do anything. So we're going to roll for a resistance now. and I get a 2 and a 4, which means that I get a 4 over here. Okay, oh, his base is a little crooked. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with the drone. 1, 2, 3, and the Guardian's the closest. It's going to do an attack of 2, and the Guardian avoids damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is equal distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Well, I tried to protect, but technically we can go for this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have this, because it's equal distance between the prisoner and the Guardian. We'll have the Guardian take the hit, because we don't want the resistance. The rescued prisoner to die or go down. So 3 dice on the Guardian. Ooh, great. All missed. Okay, and that ends the round. We're going to collect our dice. And we begin a new round. So let's see here. We want to open up this one and see what we can do. I think we also want to try to get that prisoner as far away as possible. So let's try. Let's try and see what we can do here. Okay, so not the greatest, but we're okay with that. So the first thing John will do is let's try to help that prisoner get out of there. So gets to do 2 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to try to get that rescued prisoner all the way to Foxtrot. Once they enter this zone, they are removed from the map. John's going to move in 2 spots, but before he does that, let's assign this 1. Actually, let's assign this 4. No, we'll assign the 1. It doesn't really matter. We'll assign the 1 to attack the drone over here for 3. And, oh, we get more than enough because of his special ability. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. More than enough for the drone. And let's assign this one. Oh, yeah, no, let's move 2. Let's move 2. 1, 2. We reveal this waypoint. It is Waypoint Echo. As we move groups of prisoners towards the entrance, I heard crying in one of the middle cells. Wary of a trap, we'd lost people to Terminators faking injury before. Kyle and I crept toward it, weapons ready. I peeked around the edge of the door to see a little girl bent over a woman lying on the floor. "Mommy, please get up, Mommy." Seeing our shadows fall over her, she looked up, tears shining on her dirt-smudged face. "I'm trying to wake her up so we can come with you. Help me, please." I knew the machines, even the T-1000s, couldn't cry like that. Signaling for Kyle to cover me, just in case, I went over and checked her mother, who was unconscious, but breathing. "Your mother's gonna be fine. We'll take care of her. What's your name?" "Sarah," she said, wiping her nose on her ragged sleeve. Of course she was. I waved Kyle forward to collect the mother, then picked up Sarah and turned to the door, feeling her arms wrapped tight around my neck. "It's gonna be okay. We're taking both of you out of here. Replace this waypoint token with a prisoner." And that's it. I think... Oh, sorry. This one was supposed to be red. So I'm just going to quickly replace it. It doesn't really make a difference. This one is supposed to be blue. So this waypoint token will be a blue rescued prisoner. And we will provide the blue resistance soldier. So sorry, this one is actually supposed to be red. I don't know why, if it makes a difference, but we'll just take that out of there and replace it with this rescued prisoner. And we have the blue rescued prisoner. And that's it. So John has 1 dice left, which we can potentially help this person, but I feel like I don't want this this prisoner in harm's way, because we can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if anyone appears over here, they're gonna start attacking. So I think what I'll do is I will move John. I'll move John 1, 2, 3, 4. I will move him right here to provide some cover and protection against any endo. So that ends John's turn. We're going to roll for reinforcements. We get a 1 and a 6. So for the 6, it's going to be our favorite friend here, the T-72, which has a range of 12, and that means John is in range. So good thing I did that, otherwise the T-72 would be going after the rescued prisoner who's trying to run quickly to Foxtrot. So, and that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. So this T-72 is going to activate, and because it's not moving, it gets to do 2 attacks on John. Ooh, it does 2. John's going to use his ability to avoid 1. So he's going to take 1 wound. And now the T-72 makes a second attack. John has this, which is only good for attacking, so he's going to take another wound. Sorry, he's not taking a wound. It's actually going into his armor, because I forgot he had that. And now that's 2 armor. His body armor took 2 hits, and now we discard it because it's been used. Okay, so that's it. And now we're going to roll for the Guardian. And the Guardian didn't do a great roll. I think I'm going to actually use one of my rank tokens, and I'm going to re-roll that. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so first thing we want to do is let's go ahead and try to move that resistance soldier as far away as possible. I'm assigning a 4, which means I can move twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the Guardian is going to move in 3. 1, 2, 3. He is going to shoot the T-800 with his plasma shotgun. And in this situation, I get to ignore 2 of these results. So it'd be these 2, but it's still not enough. So this one is actually going to move forward, and it's going to do an attack. And it gets, that means the Guardian takes 1. Okay, not fantastic, but what can I do? Okay, so my last dice roll, I'm going to assign it for another attack and hopefully do a better job. And that is a better job. So it's dead. Okay. Okay, so that was the Guardian's turn, and now we are rolling for reinforcements. We get a 1 and a 5, which means, oh no, this is going, okay. So for this one, the Guardian is closer and has line of sight, right? Yep. So it's going to attack twice on the Guardian. So first attack, ooh, hits twice. So the Guardian's going to take 2. He is almost down. He only has 1 slot left because he is a bodyguard. And okay, he avoids the second hit. Okay, that's close. Okay, so that is the end of the round. Let's move these over, collect our dice, and who's going to go? I think John should go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Yeah, we might be able to do it. Okay, let's go for it. John's going to go first. Oh, that's a great roll. Okay, so let's first give this to the rescued prisoner. We'll give it to the blue one because it's Sarah. And we're going to move twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to get right here. So close, almost at the extraction point. We could potentially help that other rescue prisoner as well. But I do need to move in just a little bit so that I can shoot this one. Okay, let's use this one to move. We're going to move 6. Well, we could just try to get out of there, but the Guardian's not going to do too well if we don't do something about it. Okay, so let's move John in. 1, 2, and we'll take a shot with 3. I can re-roll 1 result. I can reroll one result, and that doesn't matter. Those 4 is enough to destroy the T-72. And the last dice roll, I think I will just move, but the Guardian will be open to some difficulties. Should we just get the rescued prisoner out of there? Let's just get the rescued prisoner out of there. We'll take our chances. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're so close. So close for them to escape. Okay, that ends the round, or ends the turn for John. And now we roll for reinforcements. Oh no, 2 6s. Oh, so bad. Okay, so 2 6s pulls 2 drones. And they're going to move 1, 2, 3. They'll do an attack on John. And John's going to use his ability to ignore that 1 wound. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also do an attack on John. And missed. Okay. Whew. All right, so now it's the Guardian's turn. Okay, the Guardian, not too bad. Okay, we're definitely going to use this 1 dice to rest, to heal ourselves 1. We're going to use the 6 to shoot the T-72 with 4. I get to ignore 2 Terminator symbols, which I do, and it's dead. And I will assign... I can do another rest. But I'll use 1 more attack. I'm going to attack one of those drones, and it dodges 1, but it doesn't dodge the others, so that's okay. And the last one, I'm going to use my extra rest ability, I think, to heal 1. So I'm going to rest 1 more, and that's it. So that ends the Guardian's turn. We are now going to do the reinforcement roll. Oh, perfect. It's a 1 and a... Oh, okay, so 2 up there. So the 2 is up here. This is a wall, so it doesn't see us, so it has to go all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay. So that ends the round. We get our dice back. Okay. And let's start with John again. Let's start with John. And that's a pretty good roll. Okay, so let's first get these guys out of here. So let's move this rescued prisoner into here. So it moves into zone F, and as soon as they do it, they are free. So we're going to just put them off on the map. And then we will help this one get out. 1, 2, and then this one's out as well. So they've been rescued. It's beautiful. And now we're going to shoot this drone. Actually, I'll shoot this drone with 5. My 5 die. It's for 3. Okay, so it takes 2. It dodges 1, but I'm going to use my rank token to reroll because I really want that one dead. Perfect. So it's dead. And then I use the 6 to do movement, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Where was I? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put myself inside cover because we're trying to move to this computer terminal to free the remaining prisoners. And that ends my turn. So that ends my turn, and we roll for reinforcements, which I hope aren't a lot. Oh, it's a 4 and a 5. Okay. So it is a 4 and a 5. Okay, so we'll start with this one. He has line of sight of the Guardian. Not a problem. He's going to attack with 3. And he missed them all. That's great. This one doesn't need to move because technically he has line of sight of the Guardian too, and within range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to shoot with 3. Okay, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. I will take 2 hits. The Guardian takes 2 hits. It's okay. It's okay. And now that ends the enemy turn, and now the Guardian's going to roll. Okay, so I'm going to roll. I'm going to use my rank token to get out of here. Okay, that's better. Okay, so first thing I'll do is I'm going to use 3. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard at the beginning of my round. I'm going to discard my high explosive rounds. I get to add 1 damage to my attacks. So I'm going to attack with this, and I'm going to attack this endo first. So it avoids that one, but I get +1. And I get to no, I don't get to ignore because I assigned a 3 to it. Okay, so I get to add 1 to this, which is 3, and that's enough. So this one's dead. And then I'm going to assign this one. Is it within range? No, it's not within range. So I'm going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to move 6 again. But do I want to be... Well, I guess I could. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm going to attack this one with 3. Okay, I'm out of rank tokens. He moves forward 1, but I'm not adjacent, so he doesn't hurt me. But yeah, this is going to be close. Okay. So are we in the same zone? I believe John and the Guardian are within the same zone because it goes along the border. Okay, so we might be okay. So we're going to roll for reinforcements. Let's hope for a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 5, I'm okay with that. So 1 and a 5. So the 5 would be here, and that's okay. So we'll start with this guy. So the endo is clearly going to shoot the Terminator here. Okay, so he does take 1, but because of John's ability, he's going to use it because they're in the same zone, and he avoids 1 wound. This one's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and going to attack John with 2. John is in cover. Doesn't matter because the drone was drunk. Okay, that's end of the enemy activation. We collect an end of the round. We collect our dice. And that's that. Okay, so I think what we should do is I think we should start with the Guardian. Start with the Guardian or move John. Let's move John. Let's move John first. Okay, we're going to go with John first. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so John's going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We'll go ahead and we'll shoot that endo that's right beside me for 3, and that's more than enough to kill it. And then we will leave our dice here, or should we move? No, let's move. We're gonna move 1, 2, 3. We're gonna move 3, and you know what? We will leave the dice just in case the Guardian gets in there. Okay. Okay, so now it's the, oh no, it's not the Guardian's turn. It is now reinforcement roll. And it's a 3 and a 6. So that would be, oh, my favorite guy, 6 right there. So nobody's in line of sight. So this one's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 because of the wall. And this one's going to move, it has a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're okay there. It is now the Guardian's turn. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I will take that. So we'll assign the 1 to rest and heal him 1. We're going to move 5 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4, 5. We will move 5 more. Should we go for that crate? Let's go for the crate instead. We could activate and open the doors. I mean, I do have a 6, so it'd be kind of a waste just in case the next round John doesn't get it. Okay, let's do that. So let's move, we'll move 1 more. We'll move 5 to place us right here. And we're going to use the 6 to interact, and it will open these doors. So the moment I open this door, I'm already within this zone. This door is actually separating this, dividing this zone in half. So it'll immediately trigger. So I'll open this zone. This door opens, and then this door opens, and then we trigger Waypoint Delta. Okay, so for Waypoint Delta, we escorted a group of prisoners outside where they were being loaded onto a truck. One of them spotted me, came up, and started to salute. I batted his hand down. Never salute a commanding officer in the field. If the machines see that, we're both dead. How can I help you? The man, boy really, barely out of his teens, gulped as he stared up at me. I want to fight. The machines wasted my family. They were gonna kill me. I can help. I want to join the resistance. That's all I needed to hear. I clapped a hand on his bony shoulder. Welcome to the war, Private. Replace this waypoint token with a soldier and use the resistance soldier yellow with the resistance soldier reference card. Flip enemy entrance Delta to its heavy side. Okay. So we're going to replace this waypoint with a resistance soldier yellow, and we have his resistance soldier side card. We're going to remove these ones now because we don't need them because we've rescued them already, and the resistance soldier will be placed here. So he's going to fight alongside of us, and we are flipping entrance Delta to its heavy side. So now we have a 4, 2 5s, a 6, and a 2. Okay, so that ended the Guardian's turn, which means we now roll for resistance. And we get a 2 and a 4. Okay, so, sorry, a 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6 means that we get a 2, which would be here, and a 6, which would be here. And we also have that one to contend with. So let's start with this drone here. He's going to move in 1. He's going to attack John for 2. And he missed. We're going to move this drone. It's going to move in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing within range. And he'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so we do need to get to that side. But I can tell you right now, in terms of resistance soldiers and prisoners, the miniatures, I only have 3 of them. So I don't know what that is. It could be a 4th one, I don't know. But I only have 3 cards for resistance soldiers or prisoners. There's no other color. Although they should have had one, I still have a white for the base color. Okay, so that was the end of the Guardian's resistance enemy roll. So that ends the round. So we're good. We're going to collect our dice, and we are going to begin a new round, which looks like we're going to try to get here, and hopefully we have to, there is no entrance, this is a wall here, so we have to come all the way around to get to Foxtrot, which means as these guys move through, we are going to be in some trouble, but I'm hoping to maximize this EMP grenade, which would hopefully buy some time for me. So let's start with John, only because we've got the Guardian's enemies coming in. Maybe John can do a couple things there and then try to move over. So once he moves into this area, it's going to trigger that. So let's see what we're in store for here. Okay, so John's going to do his roll. I'm okay with that. Having that resistance soldier might be useful. So let's first take a couple shots here. Let's take one shot at this drone. It dodges 1, but I get to ignore this one. So it actually takes 2, 3, and I can actually re-roll this one if I want to. Oh, perfect. So that's more than enough. There we go. Done. And let's do his other shot to take this one out. Oops. And that's enough. It dodges 1, but only has a defense of 2. So it takes that one out as well. Okay, so John is going to move in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's have him move 4. He's going to move here, which already will trigger Waypoint Charlie. And Waypoint Charlie is: we began sweeping and clearing the prison cells. As the emaciated captives shuffled out of the last one in the row, we saw a figure huddled in the corner, knees drawn to their chest, head down. "Hey, we're leaving," Kyle said. "You need to come with us." The man raised his head, ice blue eyes staring out of a dirty, wrinkled face. "No, John Connor. I just need to kill you." He flicked a hand at us, but I was already ducking away. 4 silvery darts blurred past and buried themselves in the opposite wall. "T-1000! Move, move, move! Get out of here!" I grabbed Kyle, who was firing at the liquid metal Terminator. Oblivious to the smoldering holes in its torso, the killing machine strode toward us, its stubbed fingers already regenerating. Replace this waypoint token with a T-1000, take the T-1000 stat card, logic card, and stagger card, and place them beside the play area. Well, isn't that lovely? So in our final cell, we have a T-1000 Terminator who is, yeah, if it's anything like Terminator 2, I'm in for it. So I'm going to get that set up. I'll get the T-1000 miniature out with his stat and logic card to go through that. I think that's the first time we've encountered something like that, aside from the Flamer, I think, which was in the last mission. And I'll bring him out to the board. I still have 1 dice left for John to use, so hopefully he can do some good with it. But I think I'm going to have to do my best here to navigate this this disaster. So let me just move this up. Here we go. All right, I'll be right back with that T-1000. Okay, so I have got my T-1000 ready. He is the liquid metal Terminator that cannot be killed. And here is his mini, right there. Oh, let's see, there you go. And you can see he's holding a weapon, and his one of his hand is in the shape of a sword. And I will be replacing him, or I'll be placing the Waypoint Charlie with his miniature, and for his card, he has, you'll notice, no defense, so every hit counts. He has a movement of 5, an attack roll of 2, and a range of 6. If you roll a Terminator symbol while he's defending against a ranged attack or a range 1 attack, the attacking character suffers 1 wound. So if you're within 1 range and you attack him and you roll that, you do suffer a wound. And knockback after resolving reactions, if you rolled at least 3 attacks against this enemy in a single attack, you move it 1 hex further away if possible. So it's kind of knocking him back and kind of thematic to the movie. He also comes with a logic card, and this is what he does on his turn. So this enemy cannot be destroyed, which is great. You track the damage rolled against this enemy on a T-1000 stagger card and apply the matching penalty when this enemy activates. Wounds dealt by grenades and special weapons count as 2. So special weapons, I don't know what a special weapon is, I don't have one. For the logic, you move towards the nearest character and you try to get adjacent to it, then you attack them. If they are adjacent, you add 1 Terminator symbol result to the attack roll, and then after activating, you roll a die and you remove the number of hits from the stagger card equal to the result. So it's healing itself as it's going along. So I'm going to have this card off to the side. And it's a stagger card, which there's 2 sides to this. There's the standard side and there's the MK2 side. I think the MK2 side is for later in the missions because it has, each time you attack the T-1000, you ignore 1 of your damage results. So you'll start from 0. You'll be using one of these, I guess, stagger token trackers. And as you deal damage, because it has no defense, it will be taking X number of hits. And as you deal it hits, it will suffer the consequence based on this card. So there you go. So up to the point of where you want to get it stunned, which means that you sort of prevent it from activating during its turn other than standing up. And then at the end of its activation, you would roll a single die and remove the number of damage from the stagger card. So he's effectively healing each time. So the point is, because he cannot be killed, you're just trying to hold him back. So right away, I can tell you, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so where do we leave off? Okay, John still has 1 dice value left, which he can use, and I think he's going to use it. I would normally use it to take a search on that supply crate, but I feel like I'm going to need as much firepower as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard his plasma canister, because I've already used his plasma assault rifle, so both slots are already used. So on your turn, discard this card to remove all action dice from 1 weapon card and re-roll them. You may use this dice this turn. So I'm going to take the 2 dice that I used on my weapon. I'm going to re-roll them. I get a 4 and a 3. So now I have these 3 dice to work with, which will hopefully provide a little bit of cover for me before that T1000 comes in. Okay, so with John, let's go ahead and we'll first use this 6 face die to do his attack. I can re-roll 1 result. I'm firing for 3 and I'm aiming at the T1000. Okay, so I get to ignore 1 of these and I can re-roll 1 of these. So I'm going to ignore this one and I'm going to re-roll this one. Oops. Okay, so in total, with his ability, he gets an extra wound. So 1, 2, and 3. So on the stagger card, I will be going to 1, 2, 3, and that means that the T1000 has -2 move when he activates. But that's just my first hit, because there's no defense. And for my second, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try it 1 more time to do an attack with 3. Oh, okay, same exactly same results. I can ignore 1, but I'm going to re-roll 1. Oh gosh, so I'm going to ignore 1, and because of the of this Terminator face, if it was a range 1 attack, the attacking character suffers 1 wound. It's not range 1, so I get 1, 2. So he is now at a staggered value of 5. So he loses -3 move and -1 attack. So that's actually pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move John now. I'm going to take this 4 and I'm going to move him out of the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move him here. And that is going to end his turn. And now we roll for reinforcements. It's a double 5. So that is a little bit of a problem because we actually have 2 5s, which means each one gets 2, I believe. Because if it was 1 single one, it would have 2. But because there are 2 enemy entrances with 5, so that's 4. Oh, that's not what I expected, but that's okay. So we're going to do a 5, this one, and a drone here. I only have a 3 in my pool, so that's it. So they're going to activate first, and then the boss will activate. So this one's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. No one in range. 1, 2, 3. He can't go into there because it takes 2 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is going to be a very ugly area when it's time. So now the T1000 is going to activate. Now his movement is 5, but -3 movement because he's on his stagger value 5. He only gets to move 2. So 1, 2. And is anyone within range? He has a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Guardian is just out of range, and the T1000 does not have line of sight of John. So we lucked out on that one. So we're going to go ahead and start the Guardian's turn. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we do that, I will keep that roll, actually. We do have to roll 1 dice for the T1000, and he heals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has his stagger value is right now at 1. So the Guardian rolled, and we're going to try to get out of here if we can. Let's try to move the resistance soldier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because he has a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can move him here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He would be in line of sight. So maybe I just want to try to protect him a bit. So we'll move him again into cover right here. We'll try to keep him in cover. Okay, so the Terminator, he's going to have a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which would put him in line of sight of John and adjacent. So let's move the Guardian 2. 1, 2. Is that enough? No. Let's take that back. Well, let's try our best. So we're going to move 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use this die to attack. I have attack value of 4. And I can re-roll. I can ignore this result. So he's going to take 3. 1, 2, 3. So he has -2 move and -1 attack. So I'll be okay with that, but it will make it a little challenging. Oh, and because of that 3 hits, he actually gets knocked back 1. So he'll get knocked back over there. And that's it. Okay. So now we're going to roll for reinforcements. We get a 1 and a 6. So the 6 will be right here. So we're going to move this one first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the T1000 is going to activate. He's going to move towards the nearest character. He has -2 move out of his 5, so he's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3, and he is adjacent, which gives him +1 Terminator attack. And now he's going to do his attack, but he's -1 dice, so he's only rolling 1 dice. So let's try here. Okay, so if they are adjacent, you add 1 Terminator face to the result, to the attack roll. So I would add 1 Terminator face, but the Guardian's ability ignores 1 result. So I'm going to take that as no damage. So the T1000 rolls. He heals 3. 1, 2, 3. He's at stagger value 1. And that ends the round. So we're going to take these back. And who are we going to start with? I think we should start with the Terminator, with the Guardian, and try to take down the T1000 a little bit, if we can. Okay, so let's start with the Guardian. Okay. I'll take that. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. I get to ignore 2 results. So I'm attacking with 4. Whoops. I attack with 4 dice on the T1000. Oh, I'm dropping all my dice here. Okay. So with this one, I can ignore 1 of these results, and I get 4. He doesn't have anything special when he's attacking, so 1, 2, 3, 4. He's at a stagger value of 5. I'm going to assign this one to do another attack. I'll attack again. I get to ignore these 2. No, I don't, actually. So what happens? When he rolls this, if at least 1... No, wait, sorry. If, yes, this is a range 1 attack, I suffer 1 wound. So the Guardian is suffering 1 wound. Okay? And I don't know if that counts as 2. Is that just 1? It doesn't say at least. So I actually think I suffer 2. So the Guardian is down to his last slot. So, but the T1000 does take 2 hits. He is now stunned. I think that last hit actually moved him back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I did 4, so it would have knocked him back here. And in that case, a range 1 attack, it is not a range, that's a range 2. So actually the Terminator doesn't take those 2 hits. Sorry, I misread that one. I think my last attack would have knocked him back, and then these 2, so he'll still get stunned. So he's stunned, which means the Terminator can now move. He's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, what do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same zone. Are these all in the same zone? Yeah, they are in the same zone. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my EMP grenade. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use my EMP grenade. So I get to place my grenade token within range equal to this value, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And as far as I can tell, yes, they are. They are all in this zone. So, and then I'm going to roll the dice, and I get to choose a number of enemies equal to the roll in the same zone as the grenade. And then they are stunned. So I'm going to... Come on. I really want to re-roll that one, guys. So you know what? I'm going to stun this one. So he's stunned. that was terrible. Okay. And then I discard the EMP grenade. So that's it. Okay. Now we roll for reinforcements. We get a 2 and a 6. So the 2 is right here. The 6 is down here. So this one already within range. So let's go ahead and let's have him 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have him attack John. Okay. So John is going to use his special ability to avoid that 1 wound. And this one's going to move 4, 1, 2, 3. So it has nowhere to go because it can't end on another enemy's spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one will be here, and this one will get up. All right. Okay. So now it is John's turn. Okay. Okay. So let's first move John in. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6. Okay. And we want to do an attack on this drone first with 3. And that's enough because it has a defense value of 3. So this one is dead. And then I want to do another attack on this one with 3. And that's more than enough. So this one's dead. And then my last dice. Yeah, let's try. Let's move him. We're going to move this resistance soldier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want him protected. Okay. So that's it. Okay, so now we're going to roll for reinforcements. It's a 2 and a 4. Oops, it's a 2 and a 4, which means the other 2 come back. So it's a 2, which is right here. And a 4, which is right here. Okay, so we're going to start with this T-72. He can do 2 attacks on the Terminator. So first attack, Terminator takes 1. And the second attack, miss. This drone is going to fly in. 1, 2, 3. It's going to do a single attack against John, and it's a miss. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Single attack against John. Oh, it's a hit. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, which does put him in line of sight of John within 6, so it's going to shoot with 3. Total miss, that's great. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I think with the Guardian, there was a second shot. Sorry, there would have been a second shot to the Guardian. And that's a miss. Okay. Okay, that ends John's turn. That ends the round. We are collecting our dice. Sorry. And I think I forgot the T1000. So that would have been on the Guardian's turn. He would have gotten up. Sorry, he would have rolled to heal. He would have healed 3. 1, 2, 3. And now he activates. He has -2 move, so he moves 3. 1, 2, 3. And technically, he would have line of sight of the Guardian, in which case he's going to roll 2 dice against the Guardian, and it's a miss. And we get to heal him again, and he heals 1. So he has a staggered value right now of 2. So, okay, so, oh geez. Okay, let's start with the Guardian. Let's start with the Guardian. Okay. So we're going to start with the Guardian, and what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this endo, or this T800. Okay, so when I shoot, nothing, I get to ignore, because I rolled, so I get to ignore 2 of these. So I ignore this. It only takes 2. Nothing happens, which is not good. So I'm just going to move. I need to get out of here. Let me take 1 shot at the T1000. Oh, that's good. So it takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. It is hit. It gets knocked back, and it's stunned. Okay, that's really good. Now, Terminator is going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is going to assign this one to the resistance soldier. Let's get him out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put him in some cover just in case. And that ends the turn. That ends the Guardian's turn. We are doing a roll for reinforcement. It's 2 5s. I only have 1 drone left in my pool, so it's there. So now we activate. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both of these are in line of sight. So he'll attack John instead. So he's going to roll 3 against John. Oh no. Okay. So John's going to use yeah, we'll use his special, and he takes 1. Okay. This one over here has line of sight of John and will also shoot. And it's a total miss. That last roll was that. And this one's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and do an attack on John. John takes another one. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh no, and then this one's going to move 1, 2, 3, and it's also going to roll to attack John. Oh, and hold on. Yeah, no, John's down. Oh, John's down. Oh no, I'm going to use my rank. I'm going to re-roll that one. Okay, perfect. Okay, John's last rank. And then this is going to fly in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so John is not down. And now it's John's roll. Okay. So we got to try to make some quick work out of this. Sorry, with that last round, the Terminator gets up. He's going to roll to heal. He heals 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Okay, so, oh boy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rest heal John 1. Okay. And we've got a bunch here, so we're going to go and shoot those 2 drones in front of me. Oh, it dodges 1. I may re-roll 1 result. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's 2. It dodges 1. That's still nothing. Oh man. And then I'm going to attack again. And that's more than enough to take this one out. And oh man, the last thing I'm going to do, I guess I might have to move. Let's move into here. Okay, we roll for reinforcements. It's a 3 and a 2. There's no 2. Sorry, there's no 3, but there is a 2. And they all activate. Okay. So this drone is going to go ahead and right away attack John. John's in cover, so it's going to attack for 2. And it missed. This one, it has line of sight of John, and it's going to attack. Okay, so it does hit 1, but John is in cover, so this cover absorbs that shot, so he's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, also attacking John, and that's it, John's down. So John takes 1, and he is down, but not out. Okay, so the last one to move would be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is within range of the Guardian, and it's going to shoot 2, and it misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's going to shoot for 2, and it also misses. And the T-1000 is going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's within range, and it's going to shoot. Oh, sorry. It was over here, right? I think it was over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So instead, because it has a -2 move, it only moves 3. So it's going to move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still within range. It's going to shoot 2. And the Guardian has his special, so he actually avoids that. Close. Okay, and the T-1000 is going to heal. He's going to heal full, so he is back at 0 for his dagger. Okay, okay, we're on the next round. Okay, who's going to go? Well, John can't go because he's currently down, so the Guardian's going to have to rescue him. So Guardian's going to go first. Let's try our best. Okay, so I'm going to move 2, 1, 2 to be beside John. I'm going to rescue him. Sorry, I could help him up, but I'm just going to help him up. He's going to get up, and I remove 1 wound from his board. Okay, the Guardian is going to do an attack of 4 against this one. I get to ignore 2. Oh, that's more than enough, so this one's gone, because I don't want it doing a double shot. And then I want to assign this value to the resistance soldier who can fire, who can do 2 actions, and he's going to shoot this drone first for 2, with 3, and he gets enough. And then as his second action, he's going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he is out. He's escaped. Okay, so all I need to do now is get John and the Guardian into this zone at the end of the round to be safe, but it's not looking good. Okay, so now we're going to roll for reinforcements. It's a 1 and a 2. I do not have a 1, but I do have a 2. It's my favorite drone. Has a range of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is within range. It can't see John, but actually, can it? I don't think it can. No, I'd say it's crossing through that wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it can see the Guardian. So it gets to do 2 shots. Okay, so this is not going to be good. So let's go ahead first with... Oh, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. I think this is done. So we'll start off with this. This endo. It's going to shoot John. And I really, really hope... Okay, total miss. This drone is going to move in. 1, 2, 3, and it's going to do a shot against John. Takes 1, but I think I will use John's special to ignore that wound. Okay, okay. Then this endo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to move 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, he can see John, but we're going to go after the Guardian because we're just going to play it like that. So it's going to roll 3 against the Guardian. And the Guardian gets to ignore 1, so it takes 1. And then this last T-72 gets to take 2 shots against the Guardian. And that's it. The Guardian's down. And that's it. Oh, no. Okay. So Guardian's turn is over. Now it's John. Okay, John's going to go. All right, here we are. Okay, first thing I'll do is I'm going to rest and resurrect or help up the Guardian and remove 1 wound from him. I'm going to try to help him out here by assigning and attacking this drone, or this endo, with 3. Yes, that's more than enough. Okay, so this one's gone. I'm going to do a second shot on this endo. Hopefully clear him out. And I don't. So it moves forward 1, and that's it. And now, not good, but I'm going to run, or I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to try to move, make my way. Okay, so right now, we're going to roll for reinforcements. Now, sorry, I forgot to do this T-1000. Oh no, that wasn't bad. That was a bad move. So he would have moved 5. 1, 2, let's go back to John right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. All right, well, let's see. He's going to attack with 2. We'll see what we get here. Okay, so I wouldn't have had that opportunity to kill this endo. I think this endo was here or something like that. And he would have been alive. John wouldn't have done his attack. He wouldn't have moved. He would have rested, but that's okay. But it wouldn't matter at this point because on the T-1000's turn, he would have downed John. So he would have been down. So then on John's turn, sorry guys, I keep on forgetting about that enemy. I'm not used to it. I would have rolled for John. And I can only use values of 1 when he's down. So I have nothing. So then I would have rolled for reinforcements. But there are none in his pool, so they would just activate, in which case this drone would attack the Guardian for 2. And he would have missed. This drone, 1, 2, would have missed. This endo would be firing 3 on the Guardian. And I ignore 1, so that's a miss. This endo would have moved in, also shooting the Guardian. Also ignored, missed. Oh, okay. Then this T-72 would have shot twice. First shot, miss. Second shot, miss, because the Guardian has his ability. Oh, and then the T-1000 would move in, and he would attack with his 2 plus 1 because he's adjacent. Of course, of course. So that takes the Guardian down, and he's down. Okay. So I have lost this battle. We were so close. We got our prisoners and our resistance soldier, we managed to get them to the extraction and get them into safety, but John and the Guardian were unable to make their way there. I feel like if I had gone back, maybe I should just try sprinting with high values and just try to move my way rather than try to manage this mess. But the one thing about this game, they close in fast. They close in fast, and when you have all your enemies on the board, they can move in quickly. And these guys are brutal. These T-72s, they're brutal. With a range of 12, there's no way to avoid. It's impossible. You'd have to be at the other end of the map. So, all right. So there you go. That was mission 3, unsuccessful mission 3 for Liberation. And I could not, John and his team could not free him themselves, but they freed the prisoners. So maybe it's a partial success. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I may give this a run off camera so I can move along to mission 4 for you guys. I would love to get through this whole campaign and just show you like how cool this is. But honestly, I was pretty close, and once I got, if I was able to get them to Waypoint Foxtrot, the mission would have been ended. So, and I did pick up a couple good weapons along the way, so I'm pretty happy with that. So anyways, as you can see, one of the dangers is the T-1000 can't kill him, and he just gets back up, keeps on coming after you. So hopefully, if he shows up again, hopefully I'll play him correctly this time. I kept on forgetting on his activation. So until next time, stay bored.